Hello and welcome back to Kubifaktorium. In our last episode, we focused heavily on food-related things to try and get a few more ingredients grown and harvested and sent down here to the kitchen where we could make as much of this stuff as possible so to get these recommendations through. And right after the episode ended, before I could even save the game, the kitchen, the one of them finished, the one that wanted the pizza and the fries and I think it was the porridge? Yeah, the porridge finished. We got all 4 pizzas, we got all 4 fries, we got all 4 porridges. So right now we're working on, or they're just still trying to finish the yogurt, fruit salad, and chocolate muffin one. The fruit salad's still a problem because they're not routing. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it could just be because this is so packed up. That could be. Because they're still delivering a bunch of sorghum here. So that, oops, not that. So that could be that the plums just aren't getting routed down here. Indirectly, I'm not sure. Though, but we can try to give them time as they get this stuff unloaded. Kevin Mack suggested, and I think it's a good suggestion, especially given what we have ahead of us here. Kevin Mack suggested that I set up the logistics bots, which we can see here as part of the logistics bots, and there's something else about mining bots. Yeah, I think so. As part of this, to have them help with the unloading of this crap into the food area, and I think that's a good idea, especially because we now have the recommendation to make the oil pumps in oil barrels, or to place an oil pump and make oil barrels. So I think that's a really good idea, and I think we should do that basically right now. But what I can't remember is if this recommendation we did the last time for modern house, if it was for modern houses with water fountains and bonsai trees, or if it was for residential houses, which is what we upgraded these to. And blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And I wanted to try and find out where I put down, not a decorative bush, not a regular bush, water fountain. Yeah. Okay, so they must still be making one of those someplace, or I only placed 2, one or the other. But let's go ahead and do this oil pump. And there should be an output slot. There it is. We'll put that there, and then we can do we'll just do a regular old depot, I think, here. And then we can do an inserter here. And then this can have a depot entry here. We're going to route that out through here. And then we can use that however we want to in the logistic network as previous. So once we have 8 oil made up from this one, we could set up one of the other 2 also. There's one over here. And there's one up here somewhere that I don't remember exactly where it was. What was that one again? More iron. Good. That's right, we wanted more iron. We're probably going to need more iron, I mean. Here it was. And it was up here in the north someplace. Let's go ahead and mine some of this, some more of this mountain out. And the trees, too, can be fine to go with. As they have time and inclination to do so. We are now well stocked on both copper and iron, so that's really great. This is going, and it doesn't even require power, which is hilarious. So it's funny how little some of the stuff, a few of the things require power. Especially considering that everything is automated. You would think that they would have more of those. The pumps in the quarries and everything requiring power, and even including some of the automated things that don't require power. Like even the depots and stuff, they don't require power, and they're automated. So how are they running if they're not powered? But hey, what are you gonna do? Alright, so we have 4 already. This is not going to take long at all, even with just the one pump going. But that gives us the ability, once we get that done, to make transport bots, which are oil barrel and machine parts, perfect, and also mining bots, same ingredients. We also could have made some of the healing robots and some of the club robots, which both take modern building parts, but now we don't need those. We did start making those someplace though, didn't we? Thought we did. Oh, that was right here. That was these, right? Yeah, modern building parts. So I think we need the electronics. Now that we have oil, we can make electronics. We'll see if that pops up next here. But I want to go ahead and start these houses on their upgrade to modern as well. So what was the... If the residential house, fabric, modern, wooden board, and stone blocks, and then these are just modern and biomaterial times 2. Okay. I just wanted to see what that took to do that upgrade. We're going to do all 3 of those upgrades. And that'll get us this, and then we'll have to see where all I put the bonsai trees. Because I thought that I placed enough of each of those. And I see I placed 1 fountain. These are going to be tough to find. Oh no, they haven't built them all yet. Okay, here's one of the bonsai trees. Where did I place the fountains? Oh, we got the oil recommendation finished. So again, we didn't get a 3rd recommendation, but that's fine. We will work on it. Here's a well that hasn't been constructed yet. Okay, so we do have things to happen, and these definitely aren't, or are they? Definitely are transporting. Yeah, there's plums sitting here now waiting to get picked up. Okay, good. And then this is where the dates are. Are there dates here as well? I think those are dates there. Oh, those are cacao beans. Wait, you dates? Yeah. The dates we're growing here. And it's full of wood. Dang it. Let's do a little stockpile here. Go here to here and only accept wood. And we'll get someone to unload a full stockpile at least of that. So that we have room to put dates in. That cacao? Yeah. So now that we have the oil that we need, let's go ahead and set up some... we're probably just gonna do the... Actually, we could do some of each. Let's do like 4 of each to start with. The correct input's not supplied, of course. You go there, and then these we're getting unloaded here. Oh no, machine parts. Not the modern building parts, machine parts. Which are here. There we go. Okay, good. And then mining robot times 4 for now. Also. Just for fun. Here they come. So hopefully we can start making 2x fruit salad. Great. So we have at least 4 chocolate muffins and at least 4 yogurts. The yogurt is this one. Yeah, so we have 5 of those. And the chocolate muffin must be this one. Yeah, we have 6 of those. So, yeah, we just need to have them making that fruit salad, which is what they're on right now. And these took, just look here, modern building parts and biomaterials. I don't have biomaterials coming down here into the red zone. That's why that's not working. Let's do just a small stockpile like that. And I have those linked up somehow or other, I think. No, I don't. That's just in a regular depot. So I think what I'll do is bring them to this one. And then I can go from here to there. And that'll be... Nope, not reindeer milk. Bio. Wait a minute, did I pick the wrong thing? Oh, that's you. Okay. I think that's why the rest of them haven't built yet. I think. These are awaiting construction. They need the biomaterial too, so it's good that it's hopefully on its way. And they have... Oh, the bots are working. There's a transport bot right, please. Right there. Hull I. Uh-huh. And we have a mining robot someplace, which I assume... Although I guess I don't know where it is. Let's see where it is. That's Robbie the mining robot, I assume? Yeah. Oh, it's picked up a steel pickaxe. That's good. We may need to make some more. And it's in all zones, so it's coming out here to help mine this mountain. That's good. It's a good job for you, Robbie. Robbie the robot. Hopefully that biomaterial is going to come down here. I don't know if it is or not. Unfortunately, it's been hard to predict. But someone has to transport it. It's got to be carried. And that's the problem. You guys are coming back from doing work. You go there, and you're coming into here. Okay. The way to be sure. Oh, and we got victory too, because we sold enough stuff. Be those copper tools, I assume. But it's not victory for us, because I would like to set up all this automation stuff and have an automated factory, a thorough automated factory. I don't think it's working, so let's just do the shortcut method. And there. Hopefully that means that someone will come and get that stuff. Let's speed up the game also. They're making bots. I hear them being made. So we didn't get recommendations to make the last only 2 items. That's not bad. Lunch boxes are water, barley, strawberries, and tomato. We have all those we can go ahead and make. We just need to have an output for them. And then finally, there are the croissants, which are butter and wheat. And I believe we have wheat right here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and set those up as well. Excellent. Ah, modern houses. Good. There's only one modern house? I could have sworn it was 3. And then finally this last one. Or at least are manually bringing the stuff down here now. That's good. Alright. So that is the last of those upgrades, those recommendations. So we missed a few things along the way. Now let's slow the game back down just a bit. We missed the electronics components. Not that I know what they're used for. We can go look, though. Processed an elemental extractor to produce air extract. Do we have an elemental extractor? Ancient building parts. I don't know if we've seen any of those. We may have to import some of that stuff, but do we even have a elemental extractor? I don't know where I would even see it. Yeah, these are things that are pending then. Garbage dump. Oh. That's useful. Drone factory. Drones to transport goods. Are those faster than our friends the Zepplins? Because that may be the place to go for this. Go ahead and let that get built. Let's take a look, another look around here. Modern house we're just looking at. Let's see. Arbor bench. Bunch of decorations. 4 houses, a barn. Okay, so the last things we need to look at making are the rails and the conveyor belt, which I think are made in... I thought they were made here, but they're obviously not. They're made in a metal workshop. Yeah. So conveyor belts are wooden boards and iron blocks. Well, we have wooden boards and iron blocks here. And track parts are wooden boards and steel beams, both of which we have here. So I think we can just set one of them up like right here. Yeah, let's do a metal workshop. And there are automated metal workshops too. Actually, I think I built one. Didn't I build one? Let's do conveyor parts here. Output to there. Bingo. And then this one was iron blocks and wooden boards. I'm just going to do the reserved inputs there. We did automated smelter, stone cutter, sawmill, kiln, metal workshop. Yeah, we did set one up. So we'll eventually replace the one we're doing right now with the automated one. Once we have, as we start working on our permanent factory, very, very soon. And then this should have been slid down by 1, which I guess it can still be. Let me move that, was that like one of these flower pot things? Yeah, I think so. Put that there instead. And then we can move this metal workshop for construction blocks. Hopefully. Thank you. Thank you. I can go there. And then this stockpile can go this way instead. And we can bomb that part of it. Some blocks. And copper blocks. And they've restacked everything there. So then we just need another metal workshop. Except I don't want to clone it because of the metal workshop. Oh no, actually this doesn't fit. It'll be fine. Wait, why doesn't that fit? Oh, because of the roads here, right. Okay, stockpile. We'll just do this then. Now we're gonna need more than that. I'll put it over here instead. That'll be fine. And this will be for track parts. Output to there. And they need to be steel beams and wooden boards. Steel beams and wooden boards. Please. Thank you. Alright, so someone is making conveyor parts now. Would click it, but I can't see that fast. And then here we're making rails. Track parts. Awesome. So now... acquiring track parts, unlocked railway stuff, things. Let's see, train factory, train station, and train station small. And railway crossings. Oh, interesting in the decoration. Let me see what this looks like. Purely decorative, yeah. There's also rail signals. I wonder where those are. I know this from the tutorials. We did get solar cells as well. I didn't, I don't know when those popped up. I looked at them at some point, but I don't remember when they popped up exactly. But there are rail signals. Mini golf spot. Nice. Yeah, I don't know how the rail signals work either, because they were already in the tutorial. The tutorial didn't have you building rails. It just has you building the trains on the existing rails and routing logistics around. Okay, so that'll be that one. And we have conveyor belts, which means we can now do some of the different inserter-based things, which we will do in our permanent factory as well. So now I think we're at the point, and I'm going to save this until I actually do it, because I don't think there's much else to unlock after this one. Although I guess there could be. But I don't know what there is left to get recommended on after this. So I think what we want to do is start figuring out what we're going to do for our permanent factory. So we need to continue mining. We need to collect kind of everything. Including like all the trees and all the bits and pieces. Which is going to be a bit extensive, I think. In terms of collecting all this stuff. But I want to start gathering everything up. Because it's going to be... We're going to want to have this land be cleared. And we looked already at farmland. And what was it that we could grow out here in the tundra? Nothing. Okay, so we're fine with using this. Oh, we can grow trees out here, I guess. No, we can't, actually. Wait a minute. I thought we could grow... Yeah, black spruces. Why does it not let me grow black spruce here? Interesting. Interesting. Are the bots out here working too? Yes, they are. Great. Do we have all 4 of those made? Wait, required input not supplied. What? Well, I don't want you making any of the other bots. Oil is supplied. Machine parts are supplied. You're fine. Well, I guess I could turn those off and then they would quit complaining. Maybe. Nothing else has been selected. They're all dimmed out. Okay, well, we're going to let them finish doing this bit, and we should start kind of planning out what our factory is going to look like. So, we already know that we need to obviously collect copper here and here, which is kind of nice. They're kind of near each other. Iron is here, here, and here, which is also kind of nice because they're kind of near each other. So maybe we could even just do the smelting kind of local to where the mining is being done. We do have the stone thing here. And then we'll have our automated smelters, which are one of these. This one. And that will take in 2 of whichever ore plus a charcoal. And I'll put a block. We haven't even bothered with gold. I wonder what happens when we make gold. I don't know because we haven't made it. I wonder if we'll get some more stuff unlocked after we make gold. Didn't the electronics parts take... No, those take gold. The malachite blocks, though. We also need to make it just to be making them. I would like to be able to make everything. Is kind of my thought on this. So with all the smelting, we need to be able to make the charcoal. If we want to try and keep to ratio, this takes 15 seconds to smelt a block. A kiln takes 15 seconds to make a charcoal. So we need to have 1 wooden board produced every 15 seconds. Automated sawmill is going to produce 1 wooden board every 10 seconds. So that should be fine. I don't know that we're going to need any more than 1 block of any metal. every 15 seconds. Like, that seems like a lot. And we also looked at how fast the miner mined. 20 seconds. So if we were trying to run full tilt with the making of the metal blocks, we would have to have all 3. So we're producing 3 every 20 seconds. Because we need to have 2 every 15 seconds. You need to have all 3 of these mining constantly for iron in order to get enough iron to make the smelter run at full tilt. We only have 2 copper nodes, so no matter what, we can't get copper going that fast. So we really only need 1 automatic smelter, and therefore only 1 automatic kiln per smelter. Now there's some interesting stuff, and I think what I want to do is switch into one of the tutorials to show some interesting stuff with the way that belts work and the way that the game's built-in logic works. So I'm going to pause for just a second and switch into one of the tutorials to finish out this episode so that I can show you what that looks like, because I think we should try to use that for some of the production, especially for the production that has multiple inputs for 1 output. So we'll be right back. And welcome back. So this tutorial shows how you can automate the entire smelting process in a very tight fit here, and we're not going to make it this tight fit. We're going to use some aerial logistics, the Zepplins, or those robots, which we need to make sure those worked. We'll look at that at the beginning of the next episode, but I want to show you actually 2 different tutorials. This first one has 2 iron quarries here, and you can see them mining the iron, and the inserters are automatically putting it onto the belt, and then it's filling up this belt here. Now these are long inserters here, so they reach out to 2 belts away, and we have the shorter inserters next to them. So what the plan here is, let me realign this so you can see, is that this long inserter here will grab the charcoal from this belt, and here it comes now actually, pull it into here, and then these 2 will grab the iron from this belt and put it into here. And only the long inserters, as you can see that they're a little bit taller, can grab that charcoal. And so once the charcoal gets to be in line here with the inserter, all 3 pieces will be grabbed. But technically you don't need this last conveyor belt here. It could be removed, and then you wouldn't have a piece of iron sitting on the belt, but it's fine. So they're going to continue to fill up, and it will only grab once the piece has stopped on the belt. So it's going to take a little while with the way that this scenario is set up for the charcoal to be completely backed up on the belt enough that all 3 of these are working. Because I don't think it's going to grab, I don't think it's going to grab this charcoal because there aren't 2 irons right here all ready to go. Unless this one gets there before this one finishes. So we'll have to set up something similar to this, although a little bit less compact and a little bit more spread out, I think, to make sure that we're making enough charcoal and iron, charcoal to make sure that we're matching the amount of iron that we're producing so that we can make the iron bars. So right now this is really only supplying 1, because the math we looked at is a 15-second production time for charcoal and a 15-second production time for iron blocks. So really, you should have 3, in this situation, you should have 3 automated kilns making charcoal in order to have 3 smelters. But remember, we also looked at this, why is that not working? Oh, power's a problem. Oh, okay, power's a problem. Oh, because it's nighttime, so the solar panels aren't working. It's dark outside. Which is fine. It doesn't I mean, this is just a sample scenario situation here. But they also have 2 wooden board makers, which take 10 seconds. And as we did the math here, we don't actually need more than 1 of these for 1 charcoal. So really, if you were doing this more to ratio, you would basically do like 1 to 1 to 1. And you'd be making a little bit extra boards than you needed, but it would be fine because it just back up eventually, like it is now. So we'll keep that in mind as we make this. But I like how this, having the 2 belts with the long inserters here works out, so we can have the iron and the charcoal. Oh no, that one did catch up. Why did that one catch up? Because of the power again. Right. Okay, so let's leave this tutorial. And I'm going to just go ahead and leave the leave the game running here. I paused because I knew I wanted to go and identify the correct tutorials. So that was the automated ore processing here, example 13. But I want to go back to example 12, which is actually a little bit more interesting than example 13 is, except that it doesn't have some of this stuff automated. Now, this is one of the tutorials that's not just a show and tell tutorial, it's actually a do tutorial. So we have to, first thing we do is, of course, set the iron block recipe on all 3 of the smelters, even though they call them kilns. Here. And then setting the workshop shops automatically updates the type filter on the corresponding input inserters. So these inserters will only take in iron ore and charcoal. Now, the interesting part about this is that this distributor, which is a piece of a conveyor, this distributor has different ratios on it. One of them is automatically cycle through the inputs and outputs. So it says, okay, I'll take one from you, 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 one from you. That would work fine if you were sure that this was going to be steadily output, but it might not. So there's other options here that we can do where we can say fixed ratio. So automatically there's like a logistic network between these as the destinations and this saying, hey, you're only coming down here, so we need to make sure that we set this ratio to the items to match the ratio with where the items are going. So when we let items through here, through this distributor, that it lets 2 iron through for every 1 charcoal, and it keeps it in even ratio as it goes down. And then you can also say priority inputs or priority outputs, or I guess these are all priority outputs. But in this case, we only have 1 output because there's 3 inputs. So you can have up to 3 outputs, so you can actually set priorities on this. And that's what we're going to use, the priority that is, in order to make sure that... actually, no, we can't. Never mind. So we still need to figure out a way to... We still need to figure out the way we're going to prioritize the outputs of the wood to make sure that we are only supplementing the wood from the regular tree groves, not making it be priority over the tree groves that also are growing food. So the next piece of this is to set 6 and 7, exit 6 and 7 to accept iron ore, which we've done in our game so far, there and there, and then to input 8 to do charcoal so that they can start to work. Now this distributor is automatically going to look at what's coming along the belt here. Okay, we let 1 iron through, we need to let a charcoal through now, and then we can let 2 more iron through, and then we need to let a charcoal through, and on it goes, and it will only allow that ratio. It will not allow any other combination of materials to come through on this belt. And you can see that this one automatically grabbed the 3 because they came at the right time. This one automatically grabbed the 3 that it needed, and now this one just did, and then this one can grab its set of 3. So now we've of course this is just a fixed depot, which is why this one was technically before the other one, but you can see how you can make it all work on one belt without having to have the dual belts of the other example. You can make it all work on one belt and not have to worry about having those double belts. So it's oh no, it actually is taking 1 from each input. Okay, so now it's run out of items on this input, so it won't let anything else proceed. Okay, so it wasn't exactly as automated as I thought. It's just saying, okay, I have 3 inputs. I need to take 1 item from each input evenly, which is, I mean, that's what you want. And that's perfect. And that gave us the ability to smelt a handful of iron ore blocks until, of course, we got 2 onto this one and have done on this one. But that's what I wanted to show. So in the next episode, we're going to go back to our factory we've been working on and start figuring out how we want to set up some automated factories like this one and like the other one in order to mine the iron, the copper, the gold. Although we don't have any gold quarries. But to mine the iron and the copper especially, and the others as well, we had the carbonate, whichever it was, and we can also grab as well. So we will we'll set all that kind of stuff up, and then we're just going to work through the game, and again basically, and set it all up to be automated so that our workers only have to worry about things like cooking and eating. That would be the ideal. Let everything else be automated. Let everything else be handled with the network. So I think we're going to leave that here. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.